Hello everybody, welcome to another beautiful Minecraft morning. We're here for episode 11 of my Let's Play series, and I'm in a hazmat suit. So you might be asking what we're doing. Well, we have enough stuff to make another pellet of RTG fuel. So we're going to go ahead and I already have the plutonium on me, which is why I'm in this suit. So we're going to go ahead and cook up the iron plates real quick. And while that's cooking up, I'm actually going to show you what I've been up to. So you might be able to see it out here. I haven't actually chunk loaded it yet, but I decided to do something a little more interesting than just running an ender chest system. I am using, yeah, that's right, energy loaders. And you don't see the chest card, or the card, the MFE card over here because, well, it's not chunk loaded. So I actually have enough ender pearls, and I've made 2 chunk loaders. And we're just going to make a bunch of spot loaders to put on the end. So let's go ahead and do that. And boom, we get 20 chunk loaders, or spot loaders. Alright, the compressor should be done. What on earth? Well, either way, that's enough. Alrighty. So, it's dense plates there, that there, RTG fuel. Cool. Now let's go ahead and pop this in our other radiothermal electric generator, radioisotope, that's it. Anyway, second pellet of RTG fuel. We got one full and we got one with 2. Yeah, they're not doing too bad. And we've still got plenty of fuel rods. I've been transferring manually power over because the cart hasn't been chunk loaded yet. So let me go ahead and pop this stuff back on, like so, and let's just dump that back in the AE system. That'll work. Alright, so let's turn on our jetpack, turn on chunk lines. There we go. To be safe, we're going to do it in every chunk along the way. Hopefully we have enough spot loaders, and that does not go there. There we go. Alrighty. You might have also seen something else that I had in my inventory, which happens to be a bunch of electronic circuits. 8 in point of fact, and I haven't moused over them, so you probably wouldn't know that they have all of the boosting effects that you can get for electric engines, which is the point of this whole setup here. We'll actually be able to use this setup, excuse me, we'll be able to use this setup for probably 2 to 3 different quarries before we have to actually extend it and move it and do all sorts of fun stuff that way. So that in and of itself won't be too bad. Alright, so that takes care of the downward. Come on. Well, looks like my hotkey didn't save. That's interesting. I'll have to fix that. As you can see, we're using elevator tracks just because I wanted something different. And there's the energy cart. It was probably on its way back whenever we left here, so alright. Wow, we had just enough. That's good to know. So all those should keep the cart loaded on its way home. And if we watch it here, see it goes forward, down the down track, and back onto the main line, all the way back to the base to get refilled, and then it will make its way back here. So this is the other part of what I've been doing. I made 8 electric engines, however I hadn't put the boost in yet. So something to keep in mind with these engines, the circuit boards stack, but you can put a stack in there and it basically just eats it. So you don't want to do that. So you got to put them in one at a time. So you need to spread them out. And this is probably going to chew through electricity pretty darn quickly, because if you notice, it bumps the input by quite a bit. So it's going to bump it by 44 EU per tick each. So we're going to multiply that by 8. So it's pretty cost effective. But it looks like we're not even going to take all the engines. So that's not half bad. Oh, and look at that. It is cruising now. That is a beautiful sight to behold. Alright, let's check the MFSU here, see what we got going on. It's not too bad. Yeah, that's really not too bad. I think the cart will be able to handle that, but that is definitely doing a much better job, and I am very pleased with that. I am using the power requested energy or redstone signal thing on all of these. That way we can power it from the back, and it looks like it's down to 3 engines. That's pretty good. That means I'll be able to move these back to the main house if I decide to. So, and then we'll have a lot more buildcraft power at the house. We do have plenty of power back at the house as well with those 2 nuclear reactors. In fact, I think it's overkill to have 2. But what's worth doing is worth overdoing. So let's see how far this down, or how far down this is. Yeah, it's still not very far down, but it is getting farther, and it's going much faster now. So let me go ahead and get back up here. Okay, I need to change my hotkey. Something's wonky at this. Controls. Yep, my mode switch key got changed back again. Been putting it on G, and it seems to work well. But, yep, there we go. Okay. Now we can... Oh, here's the cart. Right on time. I was about to go check on it. So this will wait until it's empty, and since it's at a buffer stop track, it will launch itself back down the rail like we saw earlier. One thing to keep in mind, the MFE cards and things like that aren't really updated to be exactly like the current MFSUs and all of that. So like if I were to put or try to put an energy crystal in here, the energy crystal can actually store, I think, more energy than this MFE card. So let me see here. Yeah, the energy crystal can hold 1,000,000 EU, and this is only holding 600,000. So you can't actually use energy crystal to charge this MFE card, and you can't use a Lapotron crystal to charge the MFSU card, because they're just not the same as the current generation here. It's also worth noting that these don't actually transmit power very fast. It transmits at probably around medium voltage. So even if I had an MFE card on there, I don't think it would be transferring power any faster. So let me... Now... Yeah, that's going way too fast for me to catch up, but it definitely looks like the chunk loading did its job. Another thing that I was hoping to get done today, I am tired of being so horribly slow. So I'm wanting to make some quantum legs. Just the legs. I can't really afford much else. So let me go ahead and get what I need together to do so after I show you this side. So nothing really special. There's cable running underground and links up right here. So all of this is just being powered from over here. So it really not too bad. And as you can see, like I said, it doesn't charge very quickly. But yeah, very simple setup, but I think it's a little more interesting to use rather than just a ender chest crystal setup. Though that setup would be much, much more efficient. Another thing I've done is I've added the wireless, but I haven't made the receiver yet. So I don't have access to that just yet. And I put a soldering station here, but we don't have any adjustable storage units. We might try to use them later once I actually have a need for them. But currently these storage devices are performing admirably. I may have to add one or two more, but that won't be for a little while. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and get some stuff ready to go, and I'll get right back to you. Okay guys, I think I've got most of it ready. I went and it didn't really take too long. I just mainly had to make some advanced alloy, and I've had these ready for a while, prepared them for when I want to make that. So let's go ahead and make some iridium plates, like so. Oh, come on. No, I have diamonds. Just need 2. Ooh, just enough iridium. Okay, so we got 2 plates. Let's see here. Quantum legs. And of course it doesn't do the glow stick. There's 1, 2, then nano and lapotron. Yes. Tier 4 power, quantum legs. Oh yeah. Now we can cruise on that railway. So let's say we take a look and test them out. Could probably even beat the cart now. Yeah. I'm thinking this is a second trip back on it. I'm not positive. Oh yeah, I definitely need to light this up. Ooh. Well, how about we make some gaseous illuminae in Thaumcraft, because we actually haven't done that in a little while. Yeah, I think that'd be a good thing to do. What do we need? Where's my Thaumanomicon? There's a Thaumanomicon. Alright. Gaseous illuminae is where? Alchemy? Yes. Okay, so we need 10 air, 16 light, 8 motion, and glass vials for the catalyst. Now, I've got plenty of clay, plenty of glass, so let's make some vials. Alright. 64, that'll do. Now we need air. What can we do for air? If I recall correctly, well, that's the old Thaumcraft. How much does that have? That's got 2. And well, let's only have water. Well, let me figure out what all I can do to get this, and I'll be right back. Oh, actually, I have some still in here. That's good to know. I can't remember what I used last time because I haven't used it in a while. Alright, so here, let's turn on the mob spawner thing here. Alright. Haha, sucker. Alright. And probably about here. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and light this up real quick, and I'll get back to you guys in just a little bit. Alrighty guys, that's all taken care of. Looks like we're still barely using 4 engines. Since that's the case, I think I'm going to steal these back here. Like so. There we go. And now I'll probably just stick them back at the house. So, man, I'm loving how fast that's going. Okay, and the basement, then the sub-basement. Now we'll only need, oh, almost lost 3 of those, so. Now if we absolutely need power, we have it. Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed you, but I expanded these because I was using the lasers like that. I need to actually connect that again. I had to move some off my lasers earlier. But let's see how everything else is doing. Looks like we're really good on peat still. Fine on dirt. I need to put more cobble in there, but that seems to be doing okay. There we go. More cobble. And our water source has not killed itself. That's also good news. Do you know, since we're just not using it anymore, I might as well pick up this. Kind of wondering if there's anything else I want to do with lava. I am highly considering making some kind of lava generator. Or not lava, but obsidian generator. And there's actually a new thing in Buildcraft. I believe it's called the Floodgate. Yeah, there it is, right there, a floodgate. And that basically allows you to put down liquids. So it basically allows you to place source blocks from stored liquid. And what you could do is, since we have applied energistics, transition planes actually can break blocks. So what I've been thinking is that we could actually use the transition plane to form blocks while we have 2 floodgates, one producing water, one producing lava, and just generate a ton of obsidian. In fact, we might actually not even need all that much water to begin with. Which do I have in here? Just a little fire. So yeah, that is something we could do, though I don't know what I would use the obsidian for. But that's the only thing I can think of to use the lava for at this point. As you can see, I haven't really done anything in the magic room yet. Do intend to do something with it in the future. Just haven't entirely settled on a plan for it. So we have plenty of levels. about we enchant one of our foci? How about... I've already done excavation, which that turned out to be a really good enchant. These foci seem to be very highly enchantable. And only potency 2, that's interesting. Oh well. It's still going to be a beast. Alright. So now that we have that out of the way, yeah, so let me go ahead and think on what I want to get started now, and I will get right back to you. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and a little update on the plan here. You may have noticed I was in a new room, which I planned out a little bit. Haven't really built any of the stuff to come in here yet, but this is going to be the laser room. So you notice I've got plenty of room for lasers, and I've got room for 2 boilers. These boilers are going to power, of course, the lasers, and there's probably going to be other machines over here, in addition to what I'm using for railcraft right here. But I also traipsed over my AE line, and I made that obsidian generator I was talking about. So essentially, all I had to do was get a floodgate, which I made 2, thinking I would use it for the water, but it doesn't need it. So the floodgate places the lava source blocks, but because the lava source blocks are on, well, water, or underwater, they immediately turn to obsidian. And this type of transition plane only activates on when a solid block is touched on it, and only if it's powered. So you notice it's eating the block. So we should see a decent bit of obsidian. Yep, there we go. 146 obsidian. Let's kick that back on. And as you can see, it's going up pretty darn quickly. So we really don't need that much, but it's here for when we want it. And what I'll probably end up doing is first, let's say we make this look a little nicer. Yeah, that's a bit better for the most part. And there. Now I'll probably end up having like a door or something here just to keep it in line. That way we can just sneak in here, hit it, or you know what I might even do is I might just have the ender tank sitting in the wall here, and then we can have a pipe set over to it. In fact, I have plenty of pipes. So I might as well just do that now. But I figured I should show you just the basic design here. Water's on a level above it so it doesn't kill the water source block, and this is setting directly on a piece of stone, and the level directly below that is transition planes. So that is how that particular deal works. Have that to there, and ender tank. Flip, and we have obsidian generation. Okay, so that's taken care of. And now whenever we want, we can just come over here, flip the switch, and we have obsidian. Now I made that because we're going to need lasers, and lasers require obsidian, if you don't remember the recipe from. So, takes 2 obsidian, 2 diamonds, and redstone. So we actually have enough that we can make a few lasers. In fact, it's already there, so... Alright, let's see about maybe getting 10, I hope. Yeah, we might get a few more here, but this is just to illustrate mostly. I mean, we have, I think it's like 5 lasers in the other room, 5 or 6 lasers, something along those lines. So we'll look, actually, I think I decided I want this facing the other direction, like so. Yeah, like that. Then I have lasers coming out like that. So that's kind of how it'll be, and then we'll have the actual bench. If I can make my way back to that room. There's actually another bench as well that we're going to make and put in there. I will show you that. Oh boy. Full inventories are for the win. Let's get rid of you, get rid of you. For now. The pipe. Shards. There we go. Okay. Do you know, we'll leave this here because we'll probably end up needing it to make the gates for the engines that will go on the boilers. I always get turned around. This looks like my blast furnaces are basically done. Why is that? You need to finish. It's kind of odd that it would be 1 tick away from finishing, because a block of coal coke is supposed to be all you need to cook a block of iron into a block of steel, which is exactly what I've been feeding it. Oh well. So yeah, we'll have 1 table there, and we'll have another table here, and then in front of it there will be probably a chest on this side and then a interface right here. So the interface is just going to, since this outputs to an adjacent inventory, we'll just have it outputting directly to our AE system. So that should be very, very beneficial. So yeah, that is the plan. Currently, we are actually getting close to the wrapping up point, and so you can actually see chest carts, or the MFE cart is doing pretty well. So, actually curious to see exactly how well. So let's go ahead and check. Sorry about that, guys. Actually had a phone call go off just for a second there. So anyway, let's go ahead and check on our quarry. Oh, wow. That definitely looks like it's gotten farther. I don't know if that's just my imagination. But it seems that our power is not keeping up. I might have to come up with another solution. Possibly, actually, that could be a fun build. What would you say to a signals system going back and forth and having maybe 2 or 3 carts running back and forth at any given time? I think that might pose an interesting logistical challenge. Something I would be willing to take up. So, I'll see about possibly getting some stuff together to get that done. But before that, we'll probably want our Buildcraft power up and running, and to be honest, I'd want some kind of automation, some kind of auto-crafting by then. Even if it's just the smallest auto-crafting possible, but I would like some. So let's go ahead and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. That's not bad. We're at 49. Considering earlier, I think we were probably around here-ish. So it's gotten a decent ways. Anyway, this is the end of the episode, so I will see you guys next time, and hopefully we'll be able to get some of our quarry power issues solved. Take it easy, guys.